Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Entertainment on Point. I'm your host, Nicole Capelco.
And I'm your host, Sarah Ray. From new holiday hits, pop stars turn Broadway stars, rap feuds, and everything in between, we have quite the show for you. But first, let's kick it off with your top stories of the week. Incoming from the land of Oz, after years of manifesting, pop princess Ariana Grande said yeah to portray the bubbly Glinda the Good Witch in the movie adaptation of Wicked the Broadway musical. Grande shared on Instagram an adorable photo of herself and new counterpart Cynthia Erivo, finding out they will be belting out their hearts together as Glinda and Elphaba. Many Arianators were thrilled to see the Nickelodeon alumni getting back on the big screen, while others doubted her vocal ability to play such a well-known character. But one thing is for sure, Grande has certainly been practicing for this moment. In a heartwarming tweet way back from 2011, Grande said, quote, "Love seeing Wicked again. Amazing production. It made me realize again how badly I want to play Glinda at some point in my life. Hashtag dream role." Yet this role isn't the only exciting news the star had to share. Her makeup collection is officially released. Titled Rem Beauty, the star shared a variety of products including eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, a wide selection of highlighters, and more. This collection sticks with a silver futuristic aesthetic with many neutral shades as well as interesting pinks and purples. Will you be purchasing this new line? So, I don't know if you've ever seen Wicked on Broadway. I am a huge fan of the show, and I know a lot of people were hating on Ariana portraying Glinda, but I think she's gonna kill it. She's been preparing for this role for, as I said in that tweet, like 10 years now. She's gonna kill it.
I think she is perfect for that role. Glinda is so bubbly, and I feel like her personality just really suits that role. And people are doubting her vocal skills. Hello, like, come on.
Right.
I think she'd be perfect for this part. Are rappers Kanye West and Drake finally ending their ongoing feud? Well, not quite, but Ye is waving the white flag. The Donda rapper announced on an Instagram video that he wants to make amends with Drake this past Monday. He appeared on music executive James Prince's Insta where West said, quote, "I am making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other over the years and it's time to put it to rest." Ye then went as far as asking the Certified Lover Boy artist to join him on stage in LA on December 7th to, quote, share the two biggest albums of the year, and to help continue his efforts to get convicted felon Larry Hoover out of prison. Kanye also praised Drake in an interview with Revolt TV's Drink Champs podcast, saying, "Man, I love Drake." The fighting first started back in 2018 when everyone was speculating that the mysterious Kiki in Drake's new song, In My Feelings, hinted at a hookup with Ye's wife, Kim Kardashian. These rumors were publicly denied by everyone, but the beef between the two continued for years after. Now it appears that Drake has the last laugh when he released his newest album, Certified Lover Boy, where he allegedly addresses the incident on one of his top tracks. Drake has not publicly responded to Kanye's olive branch at this time. Do you think these two are going to make amends, or do you think they're still going to be feuding for years to come?
I hope they do. We love the drama, but we hate to see it.
Yeah.
You know, you want everybody to get along, and I think you said this happened in 2018. Like, come on, some time has passed. I think they can make up by now.
I agree, and they keep taking stabs at each other in their music. Like, come on, let's move on, put this to rest.
Right. In some more feuding news, who knew Sesame Street characters could influence politics? Well, this past week, Big Bird is causing quite the commotion. The friendly yellow giant took to Twitter this week saying, quote, "I got my COVID-19 vaccine today. My wing is feeling a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy." Ms. Erica R. Hill even said, "I've been getting vaccines since I was a little bird. I had no idea." This seemingly harmless tweet gained lots of attention from political figures this week. President Joe Biden responded to the tweet that now has almost 300,000 likes, praising the childhood star for keeping his neighborhood safe. But there was a lot of backlash from those with Republican views. Senator Ted Cruz responded, believing Big Bird's tweet is, quote, "government propaganda for 5-year-olds." While Big Bird has been important in children's lives for decades, he is meant to be 6 years old forever, meaning he just recently became eligible for the vaccine after the CDC announced children ages 5 to 11 could receive protection. Big Bird may have just been trying to make some kids more comfortable about the shot, but will he be the first Sesame Street character star to get backlash of cancel culture? I'm sorry, but this story is so funny to me. There is no way people can be taking it this seriously.
Like, it's Big Bird. He's just trying to make kids, like, not scared of a needle and tell them, go out, get your vaccine.
Exactly. I can't believe everybody, like, such highly spoken of political figures are even getting themselves involved with a childhood star.
I know.
It's a bit ridiculous to me.
I agree. Hollywood's hardest working momager is celebrating her 66th birthday. Kris Jenner turned 66 on Tuesday, November 5th, and of course they had to celebrate. The girls and some of Kris's friends gathered to have a karaoke party where Kris was repeatedly stopping during her performance saying, "I love you guys." Daughter Chloe, who had been in quarantine and recently recovered from COVID, danced and sang "Build Me Up Buttercup" with her mom. Kim, Courtney, Travis, and Kris's man Corey were at the party as well that night. The youngest Jenner daughters, Kylie and Kendall, were not at the birthday bash as they attended Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival in Houston that turned into a tragic nightmare. The girls all made very heartfelt Instagram posts that included their favorite memories with Kris, some throwback pics, and even some iconic memories from the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Jenner's longtime boyfriend, Corey Gamble, made the sweetest Instagram post with a series of photos with the caption, "Happy birthday, my beautiful queen. Love you deep, Babs. Cheers to the best mother and more decades of love and good help with you. Happy 66th birthday, Queen Kris." I think a karaoke party is so fun, and all the videos I saw, they looked like they were having the best time celebrating her.
Right. Kris, of course, has to go out for her birthday. I mean, all of their birthdays are over the top extreme. I do feel bad that, her birthday somewhat got put in a bad position after everything that happened at the Astroworld Festival, but it seemed like she was still able to make the best of it.
I think so too.
Well, we are going to go for a quick break, but when we return, Nina Tobacco is here to tell you about a new holiday hit to add to your Christmas playlist this year.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more,
All this and more
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
welcome back. Up next is reporter Nina DeBacco to tell us all about the Queen of Christmas music.
Thanks, Nicole. We are 1 week closer to the holidays, and Mariah Carey's new single did not disappoint. Her new holiday tune, Fall in Love at Christmas, was chosen as this week's fan-voted favorite new music release on Billboard. This new tune features Kirk Franklin and Khalid, and fans were not disappointed with the new music release from the Christmas legend. Carey's new single brought in 50% of the votes on this week's music poll, beating out Post Malone and The Weeknd's team-up single, One Right Now, and Silk Sonic's single, Smokin' Out the Window. The single, Fall in Love at Christmas, was released on November 5th. This is the time of year when her #1 single, All I Want for Christmas Is You, typically takes over, but fans were clearly loving the new Christmas spirit coming from Carey. The single is going to be performed live for the first and only time next month. Carey, Franklin, and Khalid are going to be performing together on the Apple Plus Holiday Special, which is titled Mariah's Christmas, The Magic Continues. The song has gotten nothing but praise from listeners. Fans could feel the nostalgic, romantic feeling along with the fresh and new feeling all at the same time, according to the New York Post. Fans had an immediate connection with the new Christmas single, bringing in new hope and happiness for this upcoming holiday season. I will certainly be listening to this song on repeat, along with other Carey fans who are getting ready to spread Christmas cheer.
Thanks, Nina. There is no better way to celebrate the holiday season than with some Mariah Carey music. Next up, Jordan Green is here to tell you about which popular Netflix show almost ended completely different.
Over this fall, one show I'm sure we've all been binge watching on Netflix is the Korean thriller Squid Games. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to, I'm going to warn you about some spoilers ahead. Squid Games took the US by storm when the Korean series took to Netflix, and we all watched those players in their fashionable green tracksuits play some very intense childhood games. But did you know the show almost ended in a completely different way? We all remember season 1 ended with player 456 deciding not to get on the plane to see his daughter and instead turns around and leaves us with the thought of him wanting revenge on the game that took so many lives and almost his own. But the show's creator, Hong Dong-hyuk, stated the season almost ended in the opposite way and that he, quote, actually wrestled with 2 different scenarios for the ending, end quote. The other ending consisted of player 456 actually getting on the plane to reunite with his daughter. So why didn't the more heartfelt ending get picked? The creator told E, quote, we had to ask ourselves, is it really right for player 456 to make the decision to leave and go see his family to pursue his own happiness? Is it the right way for us to propose the question that we wanted to convey throughout the series? End quote. Well, after going back and forth, that cliffhanger ending was picked in order to leave room for a season 2 and to leave us with the question, well, what happens next? While season 2 of Squid Games has been confirmed, we don't have any release dates yet, so in the meantime, keep practicing your honeycomb, play a friendly game of red light, green light, and if someone comes up to you asking you to choose the red tile or the blue tile, choose carefully.
We are going to go for a quick break, but when we return, our reporters have all the deets on new music collabs and the tragedy at Astroworld. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to EOP. Next up, Alexis Mateer is in the studio to give you the scoop about Summer Walker's new album and the meaning behind the tracks.
What's up, EOPeeps? It's your girl, Miss Alexis, and I am back with your latest celebrity gossip news. I just have to say, I am not over it. Miss Summer Walker had all the ladies sliding down the walls this past week since she dropped her sophomore album, Still Over It. The album has earned the biggest 24-hour debut of all time on Apple Music for an album by a female. In the album, it's expressing how we should stop making excuses for people who don't show up for us and to never settle for less than what we deserve. We shouldn't have to guess if something is love. The love will be shown through the person's actions. Amen, Summer. Amen. The album includes artists like Cardi B, JT, SZA, Ari Lennox, Lil Durk, Omarion, Pharrell Williams, and the one and only Miss Sierra. She did us ladies a favor and dropped her prayer for having a man like Mr. Russell Wilson. Oh, don't worry, I have been saying the prayer every night since the album came out. But anyways, in the album, Walker wants everyone to take this opportunity to learn from her mistakes with her past relationship with producer London on the track. He is known for having plenty of baby mamas and leaving the kids at home for his mother to watch. However, the relationship was toxic and Summer was over it. She even titled one of the songs in the album, Fourth Baby Mama. However, fans on social media were applauding London because he was the first male in history to get paid off his own diss album since his name is on majority of the songs in the album. But Summer clapped back and said, quote, "He didn't write or produce anything. He just handpicked the man he wanted to do all the work and attached his name to it while he was out screwing females while I was pregnant. The most he did was sprinkle a wind chime effect on the song, and that was already done, then put his name on it. The last album, he actually did the work, and it was a great project. He's super talented, but for this album, LOL, no sir. But I guess the City Boys is up, taking credit for ish you ain't do, and not actually have to take care of the kids you made. LOL, I'm gonna go back to minding my business. This just triggered the hell out of me." End quote. We adore and appreciate you, Summer. Well, EO peeps, that's all I have for you today. It's your girl, Miss Alexis, and see you next week for more celebrity gossip.
Thanks, Alexis. Up next, Natalia is here to talk about Travis Scott's response to the tragedy that occurred in Houston at Astroworld last week.
Thanks, Nicole. As we all know, last weekend on November 5th, the Astroworld Music Festival tragedy was held in Houston, Texas, and left Travis Scott fans and the world in devastation. There has been a lot of controversies that Travis should have known to stop the concert, but another side is saying that he was unaware of what was going on in the crowd. Travis Scott has been dealing with multiple lawsuits filed against him from the young victims and their families. Manuel Souza, an Astroworld fan, sued Travis and other organizers such as Score More and Live Nation. According to Billboard.com, Souza claimed, quote, "The Astroworld organizers disregarded warning signs earlier in the day, like an incident in which concertgoers breached a security gate around the park, stampeded into the premises, and trampled over one another," end quote. The lawsuit stated that they let the show go on, even with all of the craziness going on at the gate. And on top of Travis getting sued, a second lawsuit was filed, and this one involves Scott, Drake, and Live Nation. An attendee of the concert, Christian Parodies, is suing for the carelessness and neglect. According to TMZ, this person stated, quote, "Travis' concert history should have been at the forefront of everyone's minds who helped plan and execute Astroworld this year." The document said Scott and Drake were either aware of the events occurring or they should have not at least seen the crowd's reactions. Christian Parodies is trying to get a minimum of $1 million from the lawsuit. On the other hand, Kylie Jenner was also present at the music festival. But just like Travis, Kylie was completely unaware of what was occurring in the crowd. But there is speculation as to whether she knew of something because there's a picture of her within a mask and her hands are folded together. This expression looked a little bit like a nervous look, and either way, Jenner was nowhere near the set and had no way to contacting Scott while performing. This tragedy had an effect on so many people and their families. I'm hoping that all concert goers and families of the victims are taking care of themselves while trying to find peace with this tragedy. Back to Sarah Ray at the desk.
Thank you, Natalia. We're going to go for a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we return, our reporters are here to play Guess the Celebrity.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more
All this and more
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
Good evening. I am Natalia Hillen, and for this week's free segment, we are going to be playing Guess That Celebrity. I'm going to be giving a list of words that relate to one specific celebrity or artist. Tonight, I am joined by Sarah Ray, Miss Alexis, Nina, and Jordan. So what we're going to be doing is you guys can stick up your hand just like this whenever, if you know the answer, okay? So we're going to first start off with, here's some of the clues. In quarantine for COVID, was just got out of quarantine for COVID, has a daughter, and has a company named Good American. Sarah?
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah. Or no. Yeah. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Okay, point goes over here. We're going to be doing the two teams. Okay, the second one. The Hills. Performed in Super Bowl 2020.
The Weeknd.
Yeah. Good job.
I was thinking The Hills, like the reality TV show from like the
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
she's getting into this.
I'm trying not to give like the hints of like, I want to give like general hints so you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
don't like get it
makes
that easy.
trickier. All right.
Okay. Third one. Shake It Up. Spider-Man, Euphoria.
It was Alexis.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna give it the point to you guys. I'm gonna give it the point to you guys.
Zendaya.
Yeah. Good job. All right, for the fourth one. TikTok star. Dancer, reality TV show. Lexus, read first. No.
Is it Charlie D'Amelio?
Yes, it's Charlie.
Wait, but she was
Has
on.
her own reality show.
I know.
D'Amelios have their own reality show.
I know, but wasn't Addison on the
Netflix.
She was on the
Yeah.
She was on the
Kardashians
movie.
too,
Okay,
so that's
okay,
what I
yeah.
thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
That could have been it too, but I just meant like has their own reality show.
I understand
in the
what you're
future.
saying.
I got where you're coming
I'm sorry,
from.
Sarah.
Okay, this one, I don't know. This could be tricky. Deadpool 2, Free Guy, Blake Lively.
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Cool.
All right, so 2-2.
Yeah.
No. It's
You
two.
gave her one.
Yeah, I gave them one, and then they won.
They just got another one, and then you
So
guys had 2.
Wait, no, but wait.
Yeah. 3-2.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you guys
3-2.
have 3?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is the last one that I have.
Dang.
All right. Crazy Looks, A Star is Born, Poker Face. Oh, Nina.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We low-key got that one, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
You guys are really good at that. Did you guys like it?
Yeah,
Good
that's
job.
good.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching EOP this week. Make sure to tune into next week's episode where you can get updated on the latest entertainment news. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment On Point.